is Gregory Scarpa, who was the main hitman for Colombo boss Persico.
But it turns out that he is a high-ranking member, captain, boss of the Colombo family, and his nickname is the Grim Reaper. He's one of the most feared, if not the most feared gangster, maybe ever in New York.
Right. Gregory Scarpa,
Yes.
a.k.a. the Grim Reaper, who allegedly murdered over 120 people.
I don't doubt it. He told me he stopped counting at 50. And, you know, as time went on, hearing more and more, I if you told me 220, I wouldn't blink.
Greg Scarpa had a crew that was awesome. Very, very dangerous, super dangerous. I think they called him the Grim Reaper. So a guy like that running a crew of tough guys, he took the worst out of them and made them worse. That's what happens.
Gregory Scarpa, back in the day, in the neighborhood, was a guy you did not want to mess with. He would kill you in a matter of seconds. That's how he was. That's the way he came up.
He was the most feared man in Brooklyn, probably further. And I've described him as probably being the most feared guy since Al Capone. I've had guys come in that club, okay, that are known for chopping up bodies and all of this, and they were very, very soft-spoken with Greg. Never arrogant, never. As a matter of fact, one of them, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Roy DeMeo. He's the one that chopped. Right.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I was just going to bring him up. I wrote his name down.
I remember Greg when we had a discussion about that. Greg got squeezed, cut up a body. Why did no? He'd rather leave him in the street and let them see what a guy got killed. That was it. He'd kill you and that's it. He'll walk out, and go have dessert. These guys had to chop you up, get all the blood out, get rid of all the evidence and this stuff. That didn't make them any more brazen. Greg would walk into a crowded restaurant and shoot two people and walk out. No mask. He'd grow a mustache. They got these pictures of him like that's what he had. He grew the mustache as a disguise. He says the first thing, I'll never forget him telling me, the first thing they'll say, a guy came in with a mustache. So they'll be looking for a guy with a mustache forever, So, okay, like I said, I have to explain it this way. On 13th Avenue, when he was walking the streets or somebody came in to see him, all business. No joking around, steel, ice in his veins, and he could just look at you, and you're convinced that he means business.
Well, why was he called the Grim Reaper?
Because it seems like he enjoyed doing the work. There were some guys that honestly, they enjoyed doing it. I mean, that was their thing. And he, I think, falls into that category. And he wasn't a very affable guy. He didn't have a smile on his face all the time. He was very serious in that regard. So, he talked about, violent things more than another guy might have. He wasn't just a real pleasant guy to be around. It was that way. And I was around him a lot.
These guys, back in the day, that ran these families were heartless. They were stone cold heartless. They kill you in a minute. They didn't give a fuck about your mother, your father, nobody. That's how that life was.
Some of these guys were crazy. I got to be honest with you. They were a little loony, and he falls into that category.
I will show them the courage that I've displayed all this time, the bravado. I will show them that, hey, this is still me. There isn't anything on earth that I will hide from or back up from. And I certainly won't do it with this either.
Police say Scarpa had been true to his word. A few days after our conversation, he was arrested and charged with 2 murders and the conspiracy to commit 2 more, all within the last year.
My father started telling him, when he gets the money, you're going to get paid, and all this kind of stuff. He did not like the way the kid answered him back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody answers him back like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But meanwhile, this kid had everybody hiding in the bushes. You know, they had, you know, there were a lot of kids there,
Yeah.
and they were all packing. Okay, so now when the kid gets arrogant with my father, you don't get arrogant with him. Okay, especially if he's got something on him.
Right.
So what he does was he shoots the kid. Okay, and when he shot the kid, all hell broke loose. All kinds of bullets went flying from them at
Right.
my father. Okay, and that one of them hit his eye.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and
Wow, that's crazy.
the best is now he goes home. When he goes home, he's you know, his eye is bleeding. Linda goes crazy. That's his
Right, yeah,
his
his daughter.
living girl.
Yeah.
Okay, and what happens is they go outside. There's a dead body in the back seat, and that was one of Joey's friends that took a ride with them.
Right.
So one of the bullets hit that kid.